anything like her court reporter notes or any other exclusive stories we've done on them, it's all on abc13.com. And then Nick Notario is working on something that sounds like an absolute blast. Check this out, an adult Easter egg hunt. Gonna be flashlights tonight, maybe a little partying. They can win TVs, laptops. It's gonna be amazing. I wish I could go.
All right, Allison, some good stories right there. Thanks a lot for the updates.
Well, made to drink his own urine and beat with a 2x4. Tonight we are learning even more gruesome details in the Cyprus torture case, as the contractor believed to be the mastermind behind that attack remains on the run.
That's right. ABC 13 reporter Shelley Childers has an exclusive interview with the father of the youngest victim, who is 19 years old. Shelley?
And his father tells us that his son is going to need counseling in order to recover from this emotionally and mentally the 9 hours of torture that his son and his son's friend went through in a Cyprus house of horrors. As Cyprus contractor John Indridson remains on the run, the father of one of his alleged victims asked to remain anonymous.
He's evil, devil, written all over.
His son, just 19 years old, used to work for Indridson.
The guy at work was going to pay him well. First couple of jobs paid him really well. Then he went south from there.
And on Monday, investigators say he asked that teen and another former employee to help him move, luring them to his Bella Drive home. Inside the garage, deputies say Indridson, Lamar Sanders, and a third unnamed suspect attacked the two victims, beating this man's son with a wooden beam.
It was like the narrowing of the 2x4 right across the shoulder blades. Easily could have caused internal injuries.
They forced him to snort cocaine, drink liquor, and more.
He also said that he forced him to drink his own urine.
Sound like some Rick James type stuff.
Torture, he says, included
Cold
making
blood.
his son get naked as he was wrapped in plastic that was stapled to his body for hours. The suspects used belts, extension cords, duct tape, and machetes to help keep the victims captive.
They cut his shoulder open about this long.
I hate to laugh, but you're right.
Right here, got 2 slices of
man.
At one point, the teen passed out after being strangled with a belt. He woke up to the screams of the victim. Then came the mental torture, showing the victims
ATL blowout.
This is where we're taking you. It's 127 miles away. That was the purpose of it. It wasn't for me.
Indridson is described as the mastermind behind the house of horror and is considered extremely dangerous, even when he is peaceful beliefs. From downtown, Shelley Childers, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
Well, this just into the Eyewitness Newsroom. The mugshot of alleged illegal street racing suspect Bray Pace is the son of a well-known street racer who's been featured on a Discovery TV reality show. Pace is charged with 2 counts of racing causing serious bodily injury. Those charges stemming from an incident last month that left 2 bystanders in the hospital. He is currently out on bond. Meanwhile, authorities are still working to catch the other driver.
President Trump is tweeting, quote, "Game over," but Democrats say not so fast. Congress wants the Attorney General to answer questions about the Mueller report. Attorney General William Barr today released the heavily redacted 448-page report. The president is taking a victory lap, but the report states that Mueller could not conclude that no criminal conduct by the president occurred. The White House quickly denounced a claim that Trump said the investigation would end his presidency.
So I was very surprised to see that, because that was one of the reactions of the president that day when I was there.
This report is far from the end of the inquiry that this country needs and deserves.
The redacted report on the ABC 13 News app. And right now, a lot of grown-up for a unique Easter egg hunt, but they're not hoping to find candy inside plastic eggs.
Yeah, forget the chocolate. They're going to hunt for thousands of eggs that could earn them some big prizes like 4K TVs, laptops, and
It's a good Easter bunny.
Right. ABC 13 reporter Nick Notario is in Lake Jackson, where the adult flashlight egg scramble is being held tonight. And Nick, I got to imagine a lot of folks are signing up for this. Yeah, finally they come up.
I couldn't even want nothing. Yeah, but the game is doing like,
why not?
somebody needs to take it with some eggs. That's all I'm saying. I know you like M&M's, but I'm going to somebody in there. I was like, shit, I sleep all the
A big prize. Although it's
it's going to be a lot of fun with the adults. Those who set it up say it's just as much fun for them.
The adult fashion honestly, it's like a vacuum cleaner. Like if you're walking behind the adults as they run to the center of the field, there's not an egg in sight. They just pick them up and it's just chaos. It's over in 1 minute. We have people that are from Carolina, some from
Tonight, the event starts at 8:30. $10 to sign up. They quickly sold out of all of those spots. But if you're interested in next year, sign-ups start around the beginning of March. So check out Lake. You got to check out their Facebook page and Lake Jackson's Facebook page just in case when they post their information. But this year, it's not only adults. Teens are getting in for the first time. They can win big screens. They can win Nintendo Switch. You're going to hear from some of the competitors coming up on Eyewitness News at 6. They're all We're going to ask them what their strategy is to win.
Going to that 9, get the pull on, baby.
Hey, listen, I love chocolate. That big screen TV. Thanks a whole lot. Well, a horrific bus crash involving a high school band rocked Channel Honesty fans.
What about the beignets, man?
Spotlights.
Go get the beignets.
Got the marrows out.
Yeah, man.
Other great things they do for their neighbors.
And one of these firefighters pushing a disabled veteran and his wheelchair down the
Red beans
road.
and sauce water.
Storms for the morning have moved
I didn't want you to do no say. I was waiting for you to do no say. Hey, mama, I was out live, man. I ain't been drinking no water.
Once that little spurt of rain gets
Go
us
get them
by,
red beans and sauce and bullets, man.
When you got me, you got me. I've been drinking Gatorade like it ain't nothing.
Baby, we gonna whoop that ass first game of the season next year, baby.
It's like my left top of my head.
You seen that, Rick? We gotta play the Saints first game of the season.
Oh, man, that's like the win.
We gonna whoop that ass, baby.
Like the win, boy. Y'all 0-1, baby.
Oh no, baby. We gonna go down there and whoop that ass, baby.
Who that? They're gonna pull out them umbrellas on y'all boys and get the second line on y'all, huh? Oh,
wait till I talk to him.
Get to the Ross Perot Shoe event to
Man, get a
score
thing, man. Second gonna lose. Well, when he leaves, man, we gonna win. I think we're gonna win 28-3.
Are we gonna win it?
Oh, you got jokes?
Good to me.
You got jokes, huh?
Sound good to me, Corey.
Hey, Perry.
And we gonna whoop them ATL
Just
Falcons.
You can leave it where it is in the top right there, but extend it to the right and left by 2 minutes. 28-3.
Yeah. And we gonna beat them ATL Falcons.
ATL Crows. It's all right, but Texas queers. Y'all queers. Texas queers.
Hold on, they keep our number here.
Still fight back.
Hold on.
Fight back, bro.
and when you need a little design to make it easier.
Feels so nice.
Hey, welcome to Bassett. Let's get you what you really want. Bassett's custom furniture sale is here. Save 30%, 25% store. Plus extra savings.
Sure, we gonna squad, bro. You ride with, what's his name?
Yeah, Eagles. Yeah. I should have tied for them when they got rid of Randy and Dante and Percy. He wound up being his own. He fired his agent, got a contract to Miami, got sent to Detroit towards the ACL, and yeah, that was it. Yeah, he had a good run.
Wait, I'm talking to the Lakers.
Yeah, that's
He all over the map, man.
LA ain't nowhere close to Philadelphia.
Philadelphia ain't nowhere close to Minnesota.
Wait a minute, he from Minnesota. Ain't that what
I rock with the Lakers because they from Minneapolis.
You had a team between the Vikings and Timberwolves and the Twins.
right.
Shit,
Yeah,
I'm surprised he didn't.
I'm a Yankee fan. That's my baseball team. That's my baseball team. But that's if I had to pick a team. I root for everybody. I don't care. I just want to see a competitive game.
tell you like I told other Mets, we got a little room on the bandwagon right now, bro.
Yeah.
But once we get to winning,
Well, nah. If I'm gonna watch football this year, it's gonna be the Tampa Bay Bucks. Yeah. I'm gonna definitely watch that game.
Something I want to bring your attention to. If you're heading out
all
this
what I
way,
know. Once we move y'all to state, we be in that championship, man.
Never. Nah, long as LeBron in the league, man, I'm not going.
Around that safely. Now, as I promised,
Rocket
we're going to
Man
take a look at drive times because I know most of you are just checking it as you're
Yeah, I want y'all to keep that same energy when y'all play
right
Golden
now,
State.
if you're over in Sugarland, Maryland,
Y'all play that.
Allegheny,
Not
and
scared them little light,
Cypress,
bright,
almost
glowing
45
cars.
minutes.
Don't worry about light, bright. You need to worry about that.
Don't
Stick
worry
man
about
over there. You worry about stick man over there.
You say what?
He can't do Patrick Beverly. You know, hey, Patrick Beverly took his heart. Patrick Beverly took his heart already. Oh, no. He said about Patrick Beverly. You know, he can say all he wants to. What them numbers say.
Right.
Man, listen, he got that same energy tonight when he hit 40 on it.
Patrick Beverly playing basketball, that boy touching.
Hey. Oh, glow time. He got glow time. Oh, yeah, glow time. Dribbling 2 balls. Corey, no. Corey gonna be in here. I ain't got nothing to say after he hit 40 on it.
So local community
They play tonight or tomorrow?
leaders are actually coming together to give support.
Nah, they should play. It's 2 days out after they
No, they play tonight.
Yeah,
They play tonight. They play tonight. It's 3 games. It's 3 games on Billy and
So they play tonight?
Billy and
Golden State play tonight?
Channelview High School crashed in Alabama. Dozens of students and teachers were badly injured. Patients to join. All you really need is compassion.
you got my number, man. You got
Red, she waiting on you?
Together they
Red,
are raising
he waiting on you?
these fights to deserving students. And every Christmas, the ministry is there to make sure everybody gets the holiday season they deserve.
This is a great opportunity to show what a positive.
Oh, but to know indeed, huh?
I just love that message. Now we are here on the east side all week long, featuring local people and ideas. It's all part of our HTX Plus coverage, which you can find online. Just go to abc13.com/HTX. Reporting live, Charles ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
You are so right, Fusion. Neighbors helping neighbors. What a great story. Thank you.
Right there.
Now to see great video of firefighters going above and beyond their call of duty. In fact, those firefighters took turns pushing a disabled veteran home after his motorized wheelchair's battery died. They pushed him and his chair some 7
He walking, you know, it's people everywhere. He right, right.
deputy
Go back out of the way! Cold beer, get the hell out the way. He walked through the thing and said, I'm talking about it loud. Go back out of the way! Go back out of the way! I said, yeah, what are you saying? I got close that one. Go back out of the way! He said, cold beer, get the hell out the way. He walked through the
briefly heavy, but it's moving pretty quickly to the southeast at about 30 miles per hour, and the southern end of the line is starting to weaken as it blows in the east. Notice how we're seeing less reds and more of the greens and blues, indicating lighter precipitation. So this is now clear out of the woodlands. Some moderate rain moving through spring, light showers scattered down to 249
get the hell out the way. People in his way, he trying to walk through.
And then from the southeast side of Colorado, Cold Spring, now moving out of Livingston, Seven Oaks, we've got a band of rain. This is the part that looks a little more solid and healthy and may survive on its way in towards Cleveland. So in the next few minutes, we're getting a brief little downpour there in northwestern Liberty County. Here's a look at that future track, 525 to Cleveland, 545. If this southern end holds together, which is looking like it may not, it would make its way into downtown Houston. 620 in Liberty, before that 604 to Crosby, Baytown around 630, just before 7.
Please don't.
For many of us, a good 1 to 2 inches along and north of the Highway 59. In our coastal counties, generally picking up less than half an inch of rain, but that was that kind of good soaking rain that the ground can take in. So don't be surprised when your lawns spring to life over the next week. So yeah, more lawn mowing on the way. Now, as far as Easter weekend goes, it looks awesome. Lots of sunshine. The bunnies will be happy, and so will the kids chasing around those eggs with high temperatures in the low 80s. But the mornings will be a little bit on the cool side, especially on Saturday morning, which might be our last morning in the 40s until the fall ahead. It's 76 now at Bush Airport. Northwest wind starting to pick up at 17 miles per hour.
Your towel warmer broke, Red?
Your towel warmer broke? Dry things out the next few days. Galveston at 76 and a west-northwest wind at 20 miles per hour. So these are the storms that rumbled through earlier. They have
but not currently.
In the deep south this afternoon with numerous tornado watches and tornado warnings ongoing here in the last few hours.
Once I lift this boycott, I'm back in all football activities.
That's blowing now into southeast Texas. Notice the temperatures don't change much all the way to the panhandle. What does change is the amount of moisture in the air. We're seeing the dew points drop from the 60s quickly down into the 40s and 30s. That drier air that sweeps in overnight will make all the difference in terms of how it feels the next few mornings. So we step outside tomorrow morning, instead of being in the 60s, it'll be in the 50s, which is below our average low of 60. The average high this time of year is 80 degrees. We're looking for highs tomorrow in the mid-70s as that cooler, dry air continues to flow around. And it looks pretty dry through the week, and if that can only until the middle part of next week, then we have an opportunity for another weather system to blow through on the jet stream and bring us a chance of some heavy, slow-moving thunderstorms that may linger for a few days as we approach the following week. That's a big weather maker that we'll be watching. By the way, things are great. Once this bit of rain moves out this evening, we dry out and cool off. It's going to be fantastic weather for outdoor activities Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Making it a little chilly on Saturday morning, down to 48. We warm up to 80 degrees. It's warm and breezy for Easter. And then get ready. We're going to launch deeper into spring as a persistent southeast wind draws in moisture from the Gulf. Expect lows in the 60s and highs in the 80s with a 60% chance of thunderstorms by Wednesday.
All right, thanks a lot, Travis. Well, this is one of the holiest days for Christians all around the world.
Yeah, so here's a live look at the Cathedral of the Sacred Heart.
Can you take my number down? Okay, 612.
Nah, he said it so fast so you couldn't understand what he was saying. But you know, I slowed it down. I said, call me, get the hell out the way.
I was like this, man. I'm going to stand by this. Call me, get out the way. All ahead is them. Call me, get out the way. I didn't make so much money off that beer. That beer, $8 bill.
You gotta tell me, bro. Tell you what happened. I'm standing in the line, getting ready to buy some popcorn, right? Man in front of me bought 2 bottles of water. $16 in change, bro. I was like, oh my God. Hey, let me get away from this. 2 bottles of water? 2 bottled water, $16 and some change. How big is the water? Bottled water, man. Bottled water. Bottled water. Regular size bottled water, $16, 2 for 2. I can get 3 packs of that. $16.
Customize each line by paying per data by the gig or get unlimited. And now get $100 back when you buy a new LG. Click, call, or visit the store today.
Introducing the It's the official truck of Galveston.
Right.
The official truck of getting to work. And getting to work. It's the official truck of homecoming. The all-new Chevy Silverado. Now during Chevy Truck Month, get 0% financing for 72 months on this all-new Silverado Texas Edition. Chevy drives Texas. Find new roads.
Organic. As one of America's largest produce buyers, Kroger gets the pick of the crop at savings we pass on to you. That's peak of the season freshness, priced right.
All Payless stores are closing. Take up to 60% off. Payless.
Today is Holy Thursday, and many of the 1 million Catholics in our area.
They put a wanted sign in Philly,
Yeah, many of them will end up here. That's a
it looked like they put a wanted sign.
The whole Cathedral of the Sacred Heart in downtown Houston.
Ben Simmons
Holy Thursday
says
marks
missing.
the
Have
day
you
when
seen his
Jesus
jumper?
Christ had his last supper
Then it's
with
got
his
his date of
disciples.
birth, age.
That was the day before he was
Yeah, I don't know where it's at. I
eventually
guess it looked
crucified
like
by
it looked. I don't know where it is. But it says last seen. Hold on.
Prisoners.
It says identifying characteristics, just average, last seen drinking in Orlando, reward $26,620,450. Please contact Kendall Jenner.
People of the Jewish faith are trying to promote unity after tragedy right after the break.
But coming up tonight on Eyewitness News at 6, a bad purchase at a local Target is now facing a lawsuit. We'll tell you how that popular store is being sued as part of a discrimination case and what Target officials are saying about it. That's coming up on Eyewitness News at 6.
Oh, but the blessing. Well, they may be 3 times the price, bro. 3, 4, 5 times the price. One bottle of water for $8.
Yeah, these I get these 40 of them for $4. So they make them
$8.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So they getting 8,000% markup. That's a lot. 800% markup. That's a lot.
For Triple Buster, all served up hot and fresh. And don't forget to treat yourself with our scrumptious Oreo cookie jar blizzard of the month. When you're craving the best treats meats in Texas, nobody tops DQ. That's what I like about Texas.
We're going to do for tonight, bro. Oh, man, supposed to be cooking tonight, bro.
Romance.
Organizations working together promotions and advanced procedures, proven to deliver better results. And it's all conveniently close to home. Learn how we can work wonders for you at utmbhealth.com/area.
The dangers of asbestos exposure cannot be ignored. If you're 55 or older and work near asbestos in a factory, oil field, shipyard, or any job you believe exposed you, financial compensation may be available. Over $30 billion have been put aside for victims. Call right now. Schedule your free asbestos health test to see if you qualify for cash. 855-579-5299. That's 1-855-579-5299.
If you're currently holding another furniture charge, rotate back up that mattress. Throw out that mattress and coming out with furniture. My beautiful fabric and leather. Some of us love seeing sections. My main America solid furniture. Gallery furniture every night, 3 or 4 hours. Hurry.
Okay, we've got something we want to share with you if you love golf. These are renderings from the Astros Golf Foundation. It's part of the newly designed and expanded driving range that is coming to Memorial Park Golf Course. It has a 2-level driving area that will include 84 hitting bays. The project also includes an expanded golf course parking lot with 60 additional parking spaces.
All right, Travis, we're going to hold on to this next little band of rain going to hit us, right?
Very fast. Many of us are going to miss it because it's falling apart as it enters the city of Houston, but pretty solid there from about Humboldt northward and along the 59 corridor into Cleveland and Livingston. That's the last little burst of rain we get for the rest of this week. And so once that clears this evening, things will dry out pretty quickly. The wind will pick up from the northwest and the air will dry out. So get ready for lower humidity and cooler temperatures. Tomorrow morning, we're waking up in the 50s and the weekend is looking fantastic.
Wow, going to be a really good Friday. That sounds great. Well, tomorrow evening, Jews all around the world will celebrate the first night of Passover.
Passover begins at sundown and lasts 8 days. Jewish families will hold a Seder. This includes readings about the story of the Jewish people's escape from slavery thousands of years ago.
Yeah, in fact, some Jewish families will invite non-Jews to their Seder dinner. That's because it's meant to promote the unity, especially in the wake of Hatzmall's deadly synagogue in Pittsburgh. So if you're fortunate enough to have some of your Jewish neighbors will invite whoever for Seder.
And you can also go to abc13.com right now to find out more about the meaning and history of Passover.
Yeah, always interesting when Passover and Easter kind of almost intersect there. It's really a beautiful time of year. Well, we want to take one last look from Sky Eye at a gorgeous evening, or I believe we are, yes.
That's the reason why you're here, because your mama needed $40 for your dad's
rain this morning. It's gorgeous.
Beautiful blue skies right there. We know some rain could hit, but for right now it's looking good. That does it for Live at 5. Stay tuned for World News Tonight with David Muir.
Yeah, for Eric Barajas and Travis Herzog, I'm Melanie. We'll see you soon.
Impersonating mechanic.
Here's
That boy took his car to him. How much they gonna call me? The way I know your mama. The way I know your mama, the way I do.
Buick's fresh new lineup is full of surprises. Get just over $3,700 below MSRP on this 2019 Buick Encore. Plus additional offers available on this Encore for eligible non-GM owners or new finance through GM Financial.
Don't be a minute, whatever that was. Oh man, that was it.
Easter sale. Our very best outdoor and patio furniture on sale. Take 35 to 65% off our everyday low prices throughout the store. Plus, get your choice of free garden accessories. Compare Cherokee quality. You'll find no one sells better. Compare Cherokee prices. You'll find no one sells for less. So get your backyard ready for spring during our Easter sale going on now at Cherokee Backyard Store.
The Canyon Spring Builders Fair is just around the corner. Head now to attend Saturday, April 27th from 11 till 3 and meet with area builders, pool contractors, circuit experts, and landscape design teams to reach your dream home in San Antonio Hill Country. Plus, save $10,000 on all new Premier Acreage home sites and pay no closing costs up to $2,000. Live close to everything and love your new relaxed lifestyle at the Canyons. Call now, 877-333-7925.
The Cadillac Move Up sales event is here. Move up to next-gen connectivity. Move up to advanced safety. Move up to something a little more, well, Cadillac. In XT5, XT4, and the Escalade. Texas residents get this low mileage lease on this 2019 Cadillac Escalade from around $819 per month. Plus, current eligible non-GM owners and lessees receive an additional $3,000.
At 6, a child nearly killed by a driver moments after walking off a school bus. Parents have had enough with drivers who not stopping their children. We'll show you how they're taking matters into their own hands in 30 minutes.
I got off the metro ready.
Tonight, inside the Mueller report, the moment the president reportedly said, "This is the end of my presidency." The evidence Robert Mueller uncovered the report revealing the president wanted Robert Mueller fired and who he wanted to do it. And tonight, why did Robert Mueller stop short on obstruction of justice? Aaron Thomas and Dan Abrams standing by. President Trump's response tonight: no collusion, no obstruction. This evening, what the Mueller report reveals was the president saved a number of times by members of his own team who refused to do what he asked. John Carl live at the White House. And tonight, Democrats erupting in anger, demanding Robert Mueller testify before the impeachment hearing. Has become on the air already a number of reported tornadoes. The severe storm threat to New Orleans all the way east. Tonight, tomorrow, Good Friday at Passover and Rock Marciano at the traffic time tonight. What caused the fire at the Notre Dame Cathedral tonight, what we have just learned. Here in New York City, the scare inside St. Patrick's Cathedral, what authorities have now revealed. The major change tonight for anyone taking it forward. They say it's necessary to protect him. And the Jeopardy wins tonight, the 10-game winning streak, breaking its record last night. Out is David Waving his red flag, first time tonight, the American public is learning what Robert Mueller found. He's not spoken in nearly 2 years, but tonight the evidence uncovered by Mueller and his team speaks for itself. We knew Mueller found no collusion, but it was President Trump's pick for Attorney General who then declared no obstruction of justice. But tonight the Mueller report is published in 448 pages long, and a staggering amount of detail, far more than even the president.
Look down there. I'll be making sure
You got an appointment, buddy? You got an appointment? You have an appointment?
By refusing to do what he was demanding they do. ABC's Chief Justice correspondent.
We'll get with you in a minute.
Today's
special counsel Robert Mueller driving into work, silent as he has been for the last 2 years. But now his 448-page report is out, and it speaks volumes. Mueller tonight declaring that we had confidence after a thorough investigation of the facts that the president clearly did not commit obstruction of justice, we would so state. But they did not. Instead, in painstaking detail, Mueller painted a picture of a president who relentlessly sought to use his top White House staffers, political aides, and the Justice Department itself to curtail the investigation.
The report recounts 10 episodes involving the president.
10 episodes looked at as possible obstruction. The report vividly describes the moment in the Oval Office when then Attorney General Jeff Sessions informed Trump, a special counsel, and
what up, little mama?
The president sat back in his chair and said, "Oh my God."
I got one in 10 minutes.
This is the end of my presidency.
What are you getting done, man?
How could you let this happen, Jeff?
What are you getting done?
Less than a month later, the report says the president repeatedly pressured one White House counsel, Don McGahn, to get Mueller fired. The president again at home interrupted him to call the acting attorney general, Rod Wilson, and say that the special counsel had conflicts of interest and must be removed. Tell Rod that Mueller has conflicts and can't be the special counsel. McGahn recalled the president telling him, Mueller has to go. Call me back when you do it. McGahn refused, deciding that he would resign rather than trigger what he regarded as a potential Saturday night massacre. At the time, the president denied he was trying to oust the special counsel.
Mr. President, have you thought about or considered leading the dismissal of the special counsel?
I haven't given it any thought. The president made no secret of his fury with Sessions for recusing himself.
I have now decided to recuse myself.
Very disappointed with the Attorney General.
According to the report, Sessions told investigators the president had asked him to unrecuse himself, but he would not. In fact, Mueller writes, the president's efforts to influence the investigation were mostly unsuccessful. But that is largely because the persons who surrounded the president declined to carry out orders or accede to his requests. And while Mueller stopped short of taking a position on obstruction, his words suggest
I'm doing
Congress
okay.
now
Thank
has
you.
a
How was
role
your
to
shower?
play. He writes, quote, we concluded that Congress has authority to prohibit a president's corrupt use of his authority in order to protect the integrity of the administration of justice. Still, Attorney General Bill Barr cleared the president, and today I asked him, is that what Mueller wanted?
The special counsel indicates that he wanted you to make the decision or that it should be left for Congress.
Special Counsel Mueller did not indicate that his purpose was to leave the decision to Congress. I hope that was not his view. I didn't talk to him directly about the fact that we were making the decision.
Obstruction not the only part of the special counsel's report. More than half those 448 pages devoted to Russian interference in the election. Mueller writes the investigation also identified numerous links between the Russian government and the Trump campaign. Among the Trump aides involved, campaign advisors Carter Page and George Papadopoulos, campaign chairman Paul Manafort, Attorney General Sessions, and President's son-in-law Jared Kushner. Still, Mueller determined a prosecution would encounter difficulties proving that campaign officials or individuals connected to the campaign willfully violated the law. Mueller also examined that Trump campaign involving Donald Trump Jr., Manafort, Kushner, and a Russian lawyer labeled had dirt on Hillary Clinton. The special counsel determining the government would unlikely be able to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that they had general knowledge that their conduct was unlawful.
Russia, if you're listening, I hope you're able to find the 30,000 emails that are missing.
According to one of the Russian intelligence service, the GRU was listening. Within approximately 5 hours of Trump's statement, GRU officers targeted for the first time Clinton's personal office. Mueller's team says the president's
I
aide
left
and
my
family also worked to spread the divisive messages Russia had posted on social media. But the special counsel said the evidence does not show the Trump team acted in coordination with Russia.
Pierre Thomas live at the Justice Department tonight. And Pierre, we already know the Mueller investigation led to other criminal investigations, but we had no idea the number. Now revealed in the Mueller report today, there are 14 other investigations.
That's right, David.
I got hair all over me after
will
he was shot right now,
even though
too.
his work is
Plus,
done.
I'm sick.
According to his report, his investigators uncovered 14 cases of possible criminal activity that were outside of his jurisdiction. He only identified 2 suspects in those cases, one of them Michael Cohen, who soon goes to prison. So there's 12 other cases being investigated by the Justice Department and the FBI we don't yet know about, David.
Wow, the mystery surrounding 12 other criminal cases tonight. Pierre Thomas leading us off. Thank you. Let's get right to ABC's chief legal analyst, Dan Abrams, watching this all day long with us. And Dan, I wanted to get to that line from Robert Mueller today. It got a lot of attention. He said, if we had confidence after a thorough investigation, the president clearly did not commit obstruction of justice, we would say so. We are unable to reach that judgment. They were unable to clear him. What do we learn in this 448-page report that helped answer that question? Why?
I think there are 2 broad reasons. One, it's hard to find obstruction of justice when you're talking about a president who's got wide power and authority, for example, to fire someone. But I think most importantly here is that they applied Justice Department precedent, which says that you cannot indict a sitting president. Robert Mueller made it clear that was very important. He could have found that there wasn't enough evidence. But as you just pointed out, he could not say that based on where the evidence.
He could have cleared it.
That's right. Do that. Couldn't do it.
There was something else today that he said. He said Congress has the authority here. Got a lot of ears perked up on Capitol Hill, of course. And we heard what Pierre asked the Attorney General Bill Barr.
Yeah, thank you. I'm
He asked
working
him,
on it.
did Mueller want Congress to decide this? Did Mueller know the AG was going to clear the president himself? And you heard the AG say that Mueller didn't indicate the purpose was to leave this to Congress, but he added, I hope that wasn't his view. But he acknowledged he didn't know what the view was.
It's kind of amazing that the 2 of them had not coordinated this coming into it. I think it's also clear, though, that there is a divide between Robert Mueller and the Attorney General on the issue of obstruction of justice. And you even heard William Barr talk about the fact that he did not agree with some of the legal theories that Robert Mueller was using. Clear when you read the report that Mueller thinks that there was evidence of obstruction, specifically on particular instances. Barr made it clear he looks at it all. He does not think there's obstruction.
But that was the first view of a potential break between the 2.
Absolutely.
All right, Dan Abrams, our thanks to you. The president and his legal team tonight calling it a total victory for the president. Let's bring in ABC's chief White House correspondent, Jonathan Karl, live tonight. And John, here's what the president said today at an event for veterans at the White House right after the report was revealed.
Yeah, I'm having a good day, too. It was called No Collusion, No Obstruction.
And John, it would appear tonight, you've been reporting on this, that when it comes to obstruction of justice, the Mueller report now indicates that the president might have been protected repeatedly by members of his own team who refused to carry out his orders, even some of them threatening to quit.
David, I count 7 senior advisors or aides to the president who refused to do things that could have obstructed justice. The bottom line is that these people very close to the president could have saved him from himself by declining to follow his orders. The president, though, is offering no apologies whatsoever. In fact, look at what he just tweeted from Air Force One. Quote, I had the right to end the whole witch hunt if I wanted. I could have fired everyone, including Mueller, if I wanted. I chose not to. And then he added, I had the right to use executive privilege. I didn't. So the president adamant that he could have obstructed the investigation if he'd like to. He could have ended it by firing everybody else.
Doubling down, saying he could fire Mueller. All right, John Karl, thank you. Tonight, Democrats on the Hill are furious, arguing that the Mueller report is far more damning than what the Attorney General told the American people weeks ago. And they're already asking Robert Mueller to testify now before the American people. So how soon could we see that? ABC's Mary Bruce on the Hill tonight.
Tonight, Democrats want Robert Mueller to explain before the American people why he stopped short of making a call on obstruction of justice, and if he agrees with the Attorney General that Trump should be cleared.
The Attorney General did a grave disservice to the country
by misrepresenting significant parts of the Mueller report.
They want Mueller to testify on the Hill next month, and Barr says he isn't going to stand in his way.
I'm not expecting Mueller personally testify.
Democrats say the report is damning and far worse than what the Attorney General told the American people.
The Mueller report outlines disturbing evidence that President Trump engaged in obstruction of justice and other misconduct.
Tonight, in a statement, Democratic leaders Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer say Mueller's report paints a disturbing picture of a president who has been weaving a web of deceit, lies, and improper behavior. But they say you wouldn't have known any of that because Mr. Barr has been so misleading. Democrats have been demanding the full report and the underlying evidence.
Release the Mueller report.
And now they plan to subpoena to get it.
The responsibility now falls to Congress to hold the president accountable for his actions.
Does that mean impeachment?
That's one possibility. There are others.
But Republicans say it's time for Democrats to let it go.
Mary, it would appear they want an unredacted version of the Mueller report.
Still waiting on the South?
Yeah, man. I
just had a whole bunch of topics, so I had to get some of the topics out of
so many people today, Mary. Did he want Congress to answer the question of obstruction? And was he okay with William Barr's clearing the president?
Yeah, David, key questions that Democrats want The special counsel's office to see if Mueller plans to accept, and tonight, David, they are not commenting.
You know, that is live on the Hill tonight, Mary. Thank you for our coverage of the Mueller report. We're tonight will have much more first thing in the morning. Good morning, America. In the meantime, we are following a urgent tornado watch as we're on the air tonight and severe.
I mean, when it's important, it's never my time. When it's something, you know, when it's something that's just more of a nuisance of time, as opposed to something I can't figure out, like,
fierce winds destroying the storms are on a collision course.
I'm relatively smart and figure out a lot of stuff.
Easter coming, ABC's Victor Kendo is in Louisiana tonight.
How about you?
Tornado sirens warning winds to take cover in Mississippi
what up,
as dangerous storms hammer the south.
So Holmville is under the gun right now. Very dangerous storm moving into that area.
High winds, flipping cars.
You want to hold the camcorder or not?
In Clinton.
In Arkansas, Interstate 30 inundated.
Did we do a brush paint or a ball paint on the side last time?
Storm sheds flattened, a tree tangled the power lines, setting fire.
Yeah, I think so. That's not about right.
Family asleep inside.
Brush your teeth.
I'm just so thankful to God because my kids were in that room. They sleep where the attic is at.
Overnight, drivers didn't cover. Baseball-sized hail shattering windshields north of Fort Worth. At least 8 reported tornadoes from Texas to Oklahoma.
David, we're only to train just outside New Orleans. It rained here all afternoon. Now this area stretching east of the Panhandle is under a tornado watch tonight. Winds could top 70 miles per hour. More tornadoes are likely. David, Victor Kendo with us tonight. Victor, thank you. Let's get right to senior meteorologist Rob Marciano has been tracking the system all week for us. Hey, Rob.
Hey, David, radar is active, so let's get right to it. These storms will line up moving it up 40 miles an hour to the east, so Birmingham, Tuscaloosa, Mobile, you're next with this. Could be damaging. Tornado watches remain up. This storm is strengthening, so more spin, more moisture coming in from the Gulf, and we'll look for powerful storms in Atlanta, Panama City in the morning, then getting into the Carolinas, Charleston, Charlotte, Raleigh, maybe as far north as D.C. by the evening, with damaging storms there. Where it's not storming, it will be raining heavily. Flood watches posted for the Northeast, including New York City tomorrow night. David?
Robert, thanks to you again tonight. In the meantime, overseas and from Paris tonight, police investigators reportedly suspect that an electrical short circuit may have caused that devastating fire at Notre Dame Cathedral. Workers are back at the cathedral shoring up its fragile parts, but they haven't been allowed to conduct a full inspection. So far, it appears the fire was an accident. Dozens of employees have already been interviewed. In the meantime, to the scare of the arrest here in New York City at St. Patrick's Cathedral, a man walking in with 2 gas cans, lighter fluid, and lighters as well, telling police his car was out of gas, taken into custody when they found that wasn't true. And then they discovered he had bought a one-way ticket to Rome.
ABC's Gio Benitez is at St. Patrick's Cathedral.
Tonight, we're learning the man charged with attempted arson after walking into New York's famous St. Patrick's Cathedral with gasoline, also allegedly booked a one-way ticket to Rome, set to leave today. Police say 37-year-old Mark Lamparello was carrying 2 gas cans, lighter fluid, and 2 butane lighters Wednesday night before being stopped by church security. The NYPD quickly moving in for the arrest.
His basic story was that his car had run out of gas. We took a look at the vehicle. It was not out of gas.
Lamparello, who was reportedly called a brilliant college professor by his father, was arrested just this week at a church in New Jersey.
And David, we are now seeing more heavily armed officers here surrounding St. Patrick's Cathedral, which does have a sprinkler-like system. So far, police say they haven't found any link to terrorism.
All right, Gio Benitez with us tonight. Gio, thank you. There is still much more headed news tonight, this Thursday. The major change coming for anyone taking an Uber. They say it's necessary to protect you. Also tonight, the dramatic underwater cave rescue. The diver trapped for more than 28 hours in a Tennessee cave. How they got to him. Also right here, the ABC News exclusive tonight. You will hear the incredible audio from the brave daughter saving her 12 siblings, some of them locked up. And you will hear what she says to the 911 operator. And the Jeopardy channel on a big 10-game winning streak. Tonight, he reveals some of the clues behind his strategy. And can he pull it off again tonight?
Oh, hey, buying a car from Vroom is so easy. All you need is a phone and a finger. Just scroll through amazing hand-picked low-mileage cars and tap to buy. That's it. No sales fee, no wasted time. Just straight-up great cars, each with its own Carfax. Right from your phone to your driveway. Thousands of cars priced below market value. Go to Vroom.com and pick your favorites.
Oh yeah, she thinks that.
98% of us don't get enough omega-3s, which is why Mega Red Advanced 4-in-1 packs more omega-3 power into one small soft gel. It supports your heart, brain, eyes, and joints. Mega Red.
I switched to Liberty Mutual because they let me customize my insurance. And as a fitness junkie, I customize everything. Like my bike and my calves.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need.
If you have moderate to severe psoriasis, little things can be a big deal. That's why there's Otezla. Otezla is not a cream. It's a pill that treats plaque psoriasis differently. With Otezla, 75% clear skin is achievable. Don't use if you're allergic to Otezla. It may cause severe diarrhea, nausea, or vomiting. Otezla is associated with an increased risk of depression. Tell your doctor if you have a history of depression or suicidal thoughts, or if these feelings develop. Some people taking Otezla reported weight loss. Your doctor should monitor your weight and may stop treatment. Upper respiratory tract infection and headache may occur. Tell your doctor about your medicines if you're pregnant or planning to be. Ready to treat differently with a pill? Otezla. Show more of you. With the Capital One Saver Card, you earn 4% cash back on dining and 4% on entertainment. So when you go out, you get what's in your wallet.
Now the ABC News exclusive for the first time, hearing a 17-year-old girl's 911 call for help, saving her 12 siblings locked up. Here's Becca.
It's a child's voice, but this is a powerful woman's plea for help. And this 911 call will save our 12 brothers and sisters from their parents' captivity.
And how many of your siblings are tied up? 2 of my brothers. How are they tied up, with rope or with what? With chains. They're chained up to their bed.
This 911 audio, exclusively obtained by ABC News, will help convict the 17-year-old's parents of charges including torture and false imprisonment. The Turpin children, that ages 2 to 29, all looked and sounded young because prosecutors say their parents starved them. And that house?
Sometimes we live in jail, and sometimes I wake up and I can't breathe because how dirty the house is. When was the last time you had a bath? I don't know, almost a year ago.
That 17-year-old showed monumental courage. Her parents will be sentenced tomorrow, facing up to life in prison, David.
All right, Matt Guffin on the case again for us. Thanks, Matt. When we come back, the big change for anyone who uses Uber. And the rescue in a cave here in the U.S. trapped for 28 hours in a pocket of the air.
Will you act or feel different? Or will you just be you, without the constraints of a full-time job? You can grow your retirement savings with Pacific Life and create the future that's most meaningful to you. Which means you can retire without retiring from life. Having the flexibility to retire on your terms.
Yeah, I didn't get to watch any of it. I didn't even know it happened. I thought it was maybe like old type thing. You know how Facebook will randomly show stuff on your feed from weeks ago? Well, that's what I thought was happening. And then I realized it was actually... I have one of them.
I'll take a lead. Aaliyah, proven better on pain.
Leonard was afraid he'd die of lung cancer. He never thought it would be COPD. You always think you have more time than you do, and you really don't.
You can quit. For free help, call 1-800-QUIT now.
Wireless for $15 a month. That's not right.
It's right, all right. Carpet showers? That's not right.
Right on the update, right.
That's great. Neither is the way you get wireless. Mint Mobile took what's wrong with wireless and made it right. We're easy, online, and just $15 a month. Get your plan today at mintmobile.com.
Back surgeries in the last 6 years, something like that.
I have heart disease. Watch what I take statins, but still struggle to lower my LDL bad cholesterol, which means a heart attack or stroke. A stroke without warning, pulling me away from everything that matters most. Because with high bad cholesterol, my risk of a heart attack or stroke is real. Plus a statin seriously lowers bad cholesterol by 65%. It significantly drops my risk of having a heart attack or stroke.
Do not take Repatha if you are allergic to it. Repatha can cause serious allergic
Yeah, my mom got a
reactions.
friend out here. I don't remember, but I moved out here a year ago. And one of her friends from back home lives in Cyprus.
Symptoms, flu or flu-like
He
symptoms,
left me a
back pain,
standing
high blood
invitation
sugar,
to go
horrendous
off.
pain or bruising at the injection
He
site.
early bird. We're altogether different, so we're never going to be on the same level. So I do want to take him up on. We live on a golf course.
Tell your doctor to lower your LDL, reduce your risk.
He actually flies back to me.
Pay no more than $5 per month with a Repatha copay.
To the index and to the dramatic rescue from an underwater cave in rural Tennessee, we have exclusive video tonight showing the moment diver Josh Branchley is found sitting on a ledge there, covered in mud. He was one of the heroes of the Thai cave rescue. He'd been trapped for more than 28 hours, a specially trained diver flying in from
one of my
Florida
clients is he's a Nigerian guy.
And Uber's new safety feature tonight, the company will soon be sending check your ride alerts before you get into that car. Messages will include the driver's name, photo, license plate, and vehicle. The new feature coming after a student was kidnapped and killed, mistakenly getting into the wrong car. When we come back here tonight, Jeopardy's unstoppable young champ, part of his secret revealed next.
ABC World News Tonight with David Muir, sponsored by Principal.
Yeah. I was going to top golf every Tuesday, but I wound up joining the volleyball league and the softball league, so now it's getting harder to do that. But once those seasons are over, Tuesday's a day half off, so I just go there just to keep the swing in order, which probably was never great. Yeah, well, I brought my own clubs with me, but I found that I like the way those clubs, because I think, so I had some nice golf clubs, and I moved in with my mom for a while, and I left it in the garage. I'm left-handed, for whatever reason, she thought somebody broke into the garage, and he left some golf clubs there, and she threw them out, and didn't know who they were, and I mean, nice to me is not nice to me. I had really
Don't stop taking Eliquis unless your doctor tells you to. And stopping increases your risk of having a stroke. Eliquis can cause serious and in rare cases fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve or abnormal bleeding. While taking Eliquis, you may increase your risk, and it may take longer than usual.
I did have some golf clubs in the garage, but I threw them out because I didn't know who they were. I'm like, who the hell did they
This may increase your ratings if you take certain medicines.
Even if you didn't know who they were, why don't you try to sell it? Give it to somebody.
Eliquis, the number one cardiologist prescribed.
So now one of my coworkers, he overheard me telling the story, and he had happened to have some left-handed golf. So he gave
We would be such good friends. Best friends.
Advantage 2. Kills fleas through contact all month long.
I mean, he's alright with that.
Advantage 2. Fight the misery of biting fleas.
I can do more to lower my A1C.
Because my body can still make its own insulin.
And I take Trulicity once a week to activate my body to release it, like it's supposed to. Trulicity is not insulin. It starts acting in my body from the first dose and continues to work when I need it, 24/7.
Trulicity is an injection to improve blood sugar in adults with type 2 diabetes when used with diet and exercise. Don't use it as the first medicine to treat diabetes, or if you have type 1 diabetes or diabetic ketoacidosis. Don't take Trulicity if you or your family have medullary thyroid cancer, you're allergic to Trulicity, or have multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2. Stop Trulicity and call your doctor right away if you have symptoms of a serious allergic reaction, a lump or swelling in your neck, or severe stomach pain. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Taking Trulicity with a sulfonylurea or insulin increases your low blood sugar risk. Common side effects include nausea, diarrhea, vomiting, abdominal pain, and decreased appetite. These can lead to dehydration, which may worsen kidney problems.
I choose once weekly Trulicity to activate my within.
If you need help lowering your A1C, ask your doctor about once weekly Trulicity.
It's an ABC 13 exclusive. Why parents are banding together to keep their children safe after a driver hits a 10-year-old boy who's getting off his school bus. Plus, an update on that child's recovery.
It depends on who
America Strong, the young man on Jeopardy, and his favorite family members. Part of the strategy. Campbell Tower, 34 years old.
Now has the three highest one-day totals for winnings on Jeopardy.
Last night, second again.
We're going to add some more money. You have just set a one-day record.
$131,127. James has been on a full 10-day winning streak. His total just shy of $700,000. His strategy: the big money lose first. 2,000. Civil War.
And we kept going back and playing previous holes because he was trying to outdo me and I was trying to outdo him. It was a municipal course, so it was all free for him. And it's like, man, we had the best time ever. Let's go back to home.
You play tennis with your name on it. Activate your card and you can start using it immediately. You can even see the dentist the same day. From exams and cleanings to more expensive procedures like crowns, dentures, even braces, they're all included with the Carefree Dental Card. Just show your card, say your bill. So you go to the dentist today without a card, and your bill is spelled ouch. Wait a minute, let's try that again. You go to the dentist today and you show your Carefree Dental Card. You save $525. Now that's much better. The Carefree Dental Card is just $15.95 a month. So call now and make going to the dentist carefree.
Call 1-800-618-7986 now to receive your Carefree Dental Card and free plan information. Plus, see how you can also receive vision and pharmacy benefits at no additional cost. Call 1-800-618-7986.
The air just got turned off.
1-800-618-7986. That's 1-800-618-7986. Don't wait. Call now.
Riding my motorcycle, another driver failed to yield in a turn and hit me. I broke my wrist, couldn't work for a while. I called lawn car association. They helped with everything. Medical bills, repairs. Thanks to them, I was able to return to work. My name is Dan Earl Long. I am an actual client. If you're hurt in a motorcycle wreck, call Lawn Car Associates.
Lawn Car Associates. Call 800 then all sevens.
welcome to Family Feud, everybody. I'm your man, Steve Harvey. This is going to be a good one today, folks. Returning for their birthday.
It's fine. I don't know how many hours I got. He just turned it back on. Because I don't. He turned it back on. Oh, who opened the door?
It's the Pilata family. Everybody just trying to win themselves a lot of cash. Somebody might have a shot driving out of here in that brand new car.
Oh yeah, school is fine, but I don't know.
We're from
So
Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio.
I have a training, coaching, and
I recently just followed my dream and I opened my very own business, and it was terrifying, but it was the best thing I ever did. It is a hair salon.
So for me, I'm more concerned with my hours, and I don't know where they're at yet because they haven't been giving me my emails or letting me know where I stand. Other than that,
let's introduce everybody.
I show up every
All right, this
every
being
Tuesday,
11
Wednesday,
Pilatas up here today.
serve my
We got
time.
my manly husband Brandon, my funny brother Matt, my smart
o'clock.
sister
It's almost like being
Kristen,
in
and the
shock.
matriarch of our family, my mom Diana.
Top 8 ounces on the board. Here we go. We asked 100 married women. It's cute if your man calls you Bunny. It's not cute if he nicknames you what animal?
A duck?
Duck. Bear. It's cute if your man calls you Bunny. It's not cute if he nicknames you what animal?
A pig.
A pig.
Or even if it's side
Bring down, spin out, but I want them
Your
staying
man
with.
calls you Bunny. It's not cute if
You know what I'm saying? I want them long.
A cow.
As in, no, I want them wide. No,
It's cute if your man calls you Bunny. It's not cute if he nicknames you what animal?
Skunk.
Skunk. Talk to 100 women. Cute if your man calls you Bunny. It ain't cute if he nicknames you horse. Horse.
That ain't gonna be up there. That's right. You 6'15"?
Strikes when I put it together. The lot of family can steal. It's cute if your man calls you Bunny.
Hey man, look, dog. Look who late, dog. Look who late.
Never call my wife
You
a
don't come
monkey.
in here, you all late, man. That's late, man. Ain't nobody this time through here, man. Yeah, late, dog.
Put them out a little bit.
Late, dog.
But bring the hair shorter.
Yeah. Like the length? I'm sorry.
No, the length is
Damn,
long.
late, you don't know how to call for
Bring
me.
the,
Few minutes late, man. I got
I
people,
like
man,
that,
the Easter
but
weekend.
make them-
Yeah,
make the length shorter. I
You
got
didn't be here to tell you what you called me, so it's so sweet. Oh, yeah, don't see. Hey, what kind of free you get? What's the don't say so sweet, man? And what time your clock up?
Yeah, that's fine.
You ain't never heard that.
Something I could have done myself.
It's not extra. What's that old rap?
Oh, see. Oh, you haven't been called.
Oh, Sugarfoot.
Just 6.
Yeah.
3.
Yeah. What a deal, man. Trying to pull the motorcycle out, man. You want to take a ride up the street, man? Yeah, I did say some stuff. I'm waiting on you. I'm waiting on you. When I already saw, didn't I take you down? I'm waiting on you, dog. I'm waiting on you, bro. I'm waiting on you, bro. You know?
Motorcycle, I ride on traffic side.
Hey, Mr. Carter, never had on, huh?
That's something I would never do. That's
That got to be the most scariest thing. You got somebody driving, you sit in this little scoop bucket. Man, I'll never get in there, bro. Once I get in it, it's a parking lot. It's on the freeway. I'll be like, boy, hell enough, you already at Astroworld on the ride, on that rail. You ain't got nothing to hold while you sitting there.
I'm gonna be like on don't be a real, I'll be like this. Let me out, though. Let me out. Let me out. Ain't no doubt. Let me out here. Let me out. Ain't doing that, though. Let me ride, bro. I ride. No, you don't have no wreck. Hey, man, listen. Ride like Boss Hog, baby. If you see how we were, if you see how Sean look when we were riding down the Galveston, dog, that boy look like the coldest essay you ever want to see in your life, dog. That boy like this here, folks. Boy, sit back on that song, not like this. I was like, boy, that's my point essay.
You should never tell your mother that you hate her what?
Friends.
Hate her friend.
Right, bro. Hey, how you doing? You gotta come on with it now.
I never liked all my
You got a couple of
Come on, all they got is black. Want me to spray some on there?
all that running around mopping up everybody.
Oh, I'm about to mop them up this year. They talking about that plan. I'm going right back with the bet, dog. Oh, yeah? Yeah. I'm gonna go right back out. I think you went on that office. Good?
We good?
You ain't going to that bar. I'm looking fine, are you? I'll take your damn dad.
This is just oil king. I'm just spraying. Yeah. But I'm using that to help the topic adhere.
6. 5. 4.
That is her. It's all a temporary solution regardless. Like, it's not gonna hold for, 2 days versus 3. They're all gonna stick around for a day.
Tired of lugging around big bags of pet food and litter? Get it delivered. Chewy.com delivers everything your pets need right to your door. They ship all your favorite brands.
Well, nobody knows.
Dog food,
I think it's a Native American.
toys, and treats. All at amazing prices. Plus, you get fast, free shipping. With Chewy.com, you don't have to break a sweat or the bank. Save 30% on your first order and get fast, free shipping. Shop online at Chewy.com.
Ready to break through your allergies? People everywhere are reaching for Allegra, the fastest non-drowsy allergy relief. It starts strong and stays strong for 24 hours.
So they moving everybody in the website one now?
With Allegra.
Which floor?
Yeah, the only one I have is for black.
No, that's fine. So when you do it,
Concentrated sensitivity, 3 days is really fast. The dentist is going to be able to provide that to their patient. Sensodyne Rapid Relief, in my opinion, is a game changer. It's going to let the dentist offer their patient sensitivity relief in 3 days. It has a formulation that lays down a barrier of protection against sensitivity. Within 3 days, say over the course of a weekend, you're going to start feeling significant results. To say that it works in 3 days really is a big deal.
Hold on, let me see.
For moments that matter, TrackPhone keeps you connected for less. Our talk, text, and data plans start at $50 a month. All with nationwide coverage. TrackPhone for moments that matter.
What up, buddy? I don't have a problem with that, but I think like in some of the groups, like Reddale,
BJ, you gotta top me up.
You gotta work as a team. You gotta work as a team over there.
Just try to
Right now, $1,000 extra cash on a new fun-to-drive 2019 Camry. Toyota, let's go places.
What's up, dude? What up on the angle back field?
You wouldn't do that. So why do you do this?
What's up, Doc? What's up, man?
Distracted driving kills an average of 9 people and injures over 1,000.
Can I just use your whole thing?
Well,
it's not about this one. Red. Can I get this for a little bit?
Intoxicated.
My man, appreciate it.
Intoxicated.
This one is what you probably want anyway. This is
We
what
just
I
made the stress of your
Wrong
commute
way, y'all. Going the wrong way.
impossibly smart Nissan with ProPilot Assist.
Yeah.
It's it takes the stress out of heavy highway traffic by helping you stop and start without taking a pedal. Experience ProPilot Assist.
And that was the best thing I ever did. You know, I was nervous about
Save 2,000.
Now
the most exciting tech you own is in your driveway.
I'm going to make a move. This is my move now. Workout.
Back to Family Feud. We got a good one. Burnley family, 81. Point values are double. Top 6 answers on the board. Name something in the kitchen someone might use to murder the Pillsbury Doughboy.
Steak knife.
Steak knife.
Everything all good, bro. Everything all good. What you drinking?
Pretty good. Name something in the kitchen someone might use to murder the Pillsbury Doughboy.
I'm gonna say a fork.
Yeah, you if you did back here, you ain't even looking backwards. But I'll tell you, y'all get back. I almost did keep it up here, boy. You like to come in late. Yeah, he ain't no back. He ain't no back. He's throwing rocks and he ain't no back.
I would say a pair of kitchen scissors.
Got 2 strikes. Other family can start. Something in the kitchen. Somebody might use. Don't worry.
Let's say rolling.
Golden State. Oh, yeah? So you wait till like when they open it up.
2 strikes. Other family can start. Name something in the kitchen somebody might use. Doughboy.
I would have to go with
The Golden State, I was great. I gave myself I told my hookup guy, and he was talking a crazy thing.
Something in the kitchen somebody might use to murder the Pillsbury Doughboy.
Steve, I'm gonna go with the oven. Good at it.
They switched the jazz.
Oh, shit, you ain't said nothing. I'm not just letting you go, dog. I got to look back, dog. Damn, man. All right.
You paid too much. No, for your glasses. They charged you too much. Practically anyone isn't America's best. Wear 2 pairs of Baggy Friends and we're just $69. It's not just a bad deal. It's America's best.
It's uncovered. We'll send shockwaves. Wife, tonight at 8 o'clock by 20.
Oh, my God.
My calendar is pretty much full for tomorrow. And pretty sure I got a couple of appointments for Saturday already, but usually
Thank you, bro.
yeah, I usually don't have any activity.
I tried to get him to put some money on it. He said no.
I already got most of my money booked up in half of Saturday.
Please switch. Switch to Chevy.
Yeah, that's a cool looking hot tub. I should check on the baby. You're too sweet. Internet's down.
Your home is only as smart as your internet. Get reliable AT&T fiber and get speeds up to 300 megabits per second and DirecTV. Bundle for $75 a month for 12 months. Limited availability may not be in your area. More for your thing. That's our thing. Call 1-800 call AT&T.
Is number one.
Harry Potter makes things better.
That's at 10 on My 20 Vision.
$20. You want I gave away all my five.
Top 4 S's on the board. Here we go. Name something a man hopes might happen when he wears his lucky underwear.
Reggie, where we go yesterday between you and Bob? I think
47, 48. Yusuf.
a little bit too a lot. And no defense. Nah, it was like 41, 42. Yeah, you know about that.
We doing rock, paper, scissors?
All right, take care of it. It was 14-7. It was only about touchdown.
What's a good word, Big Bird?
It was only you only beat me by one touchdown. It was 14-7. 14-7.
Yes, it is. I'm logging off, but I'm coming right back.